Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to another live stream edition of the World Elite Podcast. Of course, I am your host, Dylan Abear, and with me, as always, my co-host, my tag team partner, Jordan Johnson. Jordan, how we doing, man? Long weekend, but fun weekend, and now back to the start of the week, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great, and you? Yeah, fun weekend of wrestling and all that. So,
absolutely, yeah, and I am doing well. Like I said, started a whole new week, and I'm excited. It's Monday Night Raw tonight. Got some qualifying matches for King and Queen of the Ring. We'll talk about that at the end of the show, making some early predictions and whatnot. Got some Money in the Bank to talk about. It was I want to say it's a good show, but it wasn't the best show, if that makes any sense. We'll talk more about that as well. Got some more heated discussions to talk about in our second topic. I kind of gave a mind-blowing rant about that one, but I will do my best to keep my composure this time. And we had a big debut in NXT. If you're watching, please like, subscribe to the video. If you're watching on Twitter, we do support. We do appreciate the support and whatnot, but we do want you to come over as well to YouTube and show your support there as well. And anyone watching on Facebook also, we do appreciate it. So welcome everyone. Justin, appreciate you for tuning in, man. We will be watching COD later. Speaking of COD, first of all, before we even get started, I do want to send my congratulations to the COD family for reaching their big 1,000 subscriber mark. This was something that they have been working on for quite some time, so they reached it this past weekend, and I want to really congratulate the entire family over there. I know I'm a part of it, as long with Tim, Streets, and Mike as part of Game Breaker Sports on COD, and of course the other family as well with Justin, Kayla, Dango, Dom, Bakley, and of course the man that is the brains behind all of it, and that is the OPC, and it's Ivan. So I want to really congratulate the entire family there for reaching that big subscriber mark. We are still on the road to our 1,000. We still have a little ways to get there, but soon enough, in due time, it will happen. But Jordan, let's get right down to our first topic. Let's not waste anyone's time, and let's get to the Money in the Bank PLE that happened this past Saturday from the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles, California. Now, before we even get into any of the matches, I want to firsthand agree with somebody that put something on social media that I saw this morning, and it was Kyle from the Apron Bump that put it. And I said the same thing to myself the first time I saw it during Money in the Bank, and it was the appearance of the inside of Money in the Bank as far as the arena went. The Intuit Dome is one of the newer arenas like around, and they hosted the first Monday Night Raw in the Netflix era, and it looked good. It looked really good on TV. But as far as Money in the Bank goes, it looked awful with the lights and the crowd. It gave off the vibe that it was so empty around the arena. You couldn't see the crowd because the lights were so blaring everywhere, and it was so annoying to watch that, and now I know that there's been stuff going on in Los Angeles. I don't know if it's riots or protests, whatever, but I know that's what people were giving. I know people were giving that sort of reason why, like the crowd wasn't full from the jump They had to go across the street from the Worlds Collide show and whatnot. So there was a lot of reasoning as to why there wasn't many people at the start. But I do follow that wrestling ticket page on Twitter, and I know in the beginning of the show or before the show even started, so there was only like one ticket available. So they sold the tickets. It's just to see who can actually show up with everything going on in LA. So um, as far as the lights, yeah, it was very, very visually unappealing to me. So I wouldn't really recommend they do more shows at the Intuit Dome because of the lack of appeal to me, and but I mean, to each its own. I mean, some people may have liked it, some people don't, so I'm not gonna go against the people that didn't like it, but it just wasn't for me. Jordan, you got anything to offer on that? We didn't watch the show together for the first time in, I would say, forever. It was your mom's birthday, so you wanted to spend that day with her. So we did not watch it. But what was your take on the whole appearance of the arena? Of course, we get the same bland stage we get every single time, but
Yeah.
I feel like it took away from the crowd look.
Yeah, it was like the fans was like dark and stuff, and then they had them like them green lights.
Hmm.
I think that's what
Yeah,
gave it off, is them green lights shining all around the arena.
yeah. It was, like I said, it was extremely visually just unappealing to me. So I don't know. It's just something that took away from the show. But I feel like there's a lot that took away from the show. We talked about this earlier today, and we'll get to it when we get to the Money in the Bank matches. And I mean, why not? Because we started off with the Money in the Bank match. We started with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match featuring Naomi, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Julia, and Stephanie Vakir. This was a fun match. This was a really, really fun match. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this match. It was a good kickoff match for the show. And um, one of my things with Money in the Bank is that sometimes it's not the right winner. It's not the person that deserves it. Now, neither you or I picked Naomi to win, but I did say last week on our prediction show that if it wasn't who I picked, which was Roxanne Perez, I said I could see someone like Naomi win it and to carry on that briefcase. It has to be someone with that heel persona, sort of to kind of carry around that briefcase, and whatnot. And she's gonna make this briefcase look good. And even though I didn't pick her, I feel like she was the right winner for this one. What about you, Jordan? What was your take on the match? Some spots that you liked in the match. I also I loved the Devil's Kiss from Stephanie Vakir onto Rhea Ripley onto the ladder. As much as
Yeah,
I love Pat McAfee, shut the fuck up, Pat. Please just shut up and let the crowd do it. Or if you're gonna let her do it, bring Booker T in, because he's
yeah,
the
Booker
only
T
one
was
that
great.
really should be allowed to speak during this whole thing, because he gave it that vibe in NXT, and the crowd carried along with it. But the thing with Pat McAfee is he makes his own little noise, and it's so annoying. But yeah, that was also a fun spot for me. Was the Devil's Kiss onto the ladder to Rhea Ripley. But Jordan, like I said, what was your take on the match? And you can give me a rating 1 through 5 on it after. But is there anything else that you saw from the match that you liked? Did you think that it was the right winner, and just what did you think about the match altogether?
Yeah, the match was awesome. So yeah, and for Naomi to win, I think that's the right winner because she's a heel. So
Mm,
and yeah, like you said, that Devil's Kiss or whatever on
mhm,
the ladder,
mhm.
that was like the best. And you didn't know who was gonna win till they was all grabbing it, so you never.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
no,
and that's it. Yeah.
I'll give it a 4.5.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a fair rating. I'll go with I go to 4 for that one. But yeah, to agree with what you said, there was a point in this match where you feel like anyone could have won it. And it's not just because they pull off the same spot of, oh, I'm climbing up the ladder, but I suddenly forget how to climb it very fast to go grab the briefcase. It's not like that at all. It's because I feel like that I was legit thinking that anyone in this match could have won. But I do think it was the right winner. and I'm really happy it was Naomi. Now, Jordan, let me ask you, and I'm going to ask you at the end of the men's one as well. What is your timeline that you can see Naomi cashing this in? Is it this year? Is it a certain PLE you see her cashing in on? There's more to come this year. But when's the right time for Naomi to cash in? And is she going to cash in on a SmackDown title? You think she goes to Raw maybe and cashes in over there? I mean, I feel like someone like Naomi, I feel like anything's possible with her.
Yeah, I don't know if I see her cashing in this year. Maybe not. I don't think so.
Okay. Do you think, I mean, if you're going into next year, I mean, do you think the Rumble, do you see her being another one that could do WrestleMania? The others did Mania already. Like Seth Rollins did it. Damian Priest did it when he cashed in on Drew McIntyre after CM Punk attacked him. I mean, could she do WrestleMania or could she do earlier? Because it has to. I think the rule is still you have to do it at WrestleMania. Like that's the last one you have to do is at WrestleMania. And before you answer that, Ryan said Naomi said when you have beef with her, you have beef forever. What if Jade wins the title eventually and she cashes? They say Jade is in line for a big push. I mean, I feel like that's the perfect story for her. I mean, she's still beefing. Yeah. She's still beefing with Jade Cargill. I feel like Jade at some point could win that title, and I mean very soon. And Naomi, right after it happens, could cash in. She could be that bitter of Jade Cargill winning the title that she could cash in right on her. I could see something like just add SummerSlam or something like that happening. Really, both Money to Banks, I really don't see it being that long they hold them. I mean, I don't really think that someone like Naomi is going to hold it that long. And I could see it being next year, like you said. But if they're going to pull the trigger quick, I 100% agree with what Ryan said, and it's going to be on Jade Cargill. I mean, who else was she cashing on this point? It's got to be Jade.
Yeah, I don't know who else.
I could see SummerSlam. I could see maybe. I mean, I don't know if they pushed all the way to Survivor Series, but I feel like SummerSlam would be the best place. And Justin said Naomi for sure was the right winner. Helps finally establish her heel character. Yeah, this was the nail in the coffin for the heel character. This was it. I mean, this was what you needed, and she got it. So like I said, if it wasn't Roxanne, I'm really happy. It was Naomi. She earned it. She has been in these matches before. She's failed to win it, and she finally got it. So, yeah, I'm really, really happy that her heel character can get something like this. But, yeah, I mean, like you said, it could be sometime next year. It can be as early as maybe SummerSlam. I can see it. But I think for sure it's got to be on Jade. I mean, why else? But so we're going to get to our next match, and I'm going to pull the card up because I want to kind of go in order of the show. I did not come prepared at all
I got it up right
for
here.
this. Oh, thank God. Let me. There we go. I got it. I didn't come prepared. I came into here with like a few minutes before the show. Okay, it was exactly what I thought it was. Dominic and Octagon Jr. It was an impromptu match that was made on Worlds Collide, which I'm going to start by saying Worlds Collide was great. I think it could be looked at as better than Money in the Bank. I mean, people already were saying that this could be better than Money in the Bank. And I mean, the main event is a match of the year contender with Chad Gable and Vikingo. I thought that was really fun. Chad Gable pulling double duty on a Saturday, even though he doesn't want us to believe he's El Grande Americano. It was still double duty for him. Same thing for Stephanie Vakir as well, to work the ladder match and to work at Worlds Collide with Lola Vice. But yeah, it was a great show. But yeah, they made this match for Money in the Bank for the Intercontinental Championship, and it was a fun match. It was one that, I mean, I feel like you can kind of look down and you miss it. It didn't even go 5 minutes. Some criticism into this match saying that they mainly did it to bury someone like Octagon Jr. I don't know much about Octagon Jr. by any means. I'm not familiar with the AAA roster. I am, however, happy that I learned of who Mr. Iguana is. I like that a lot. He was in the crowd, got a big pop at Worlds Collide as well. So I would love if he did more work with WWE. I know they said the NXT officials were very impressed by him, so I do hope that maybe he does some work in NXT as well. The AEW fans weren't loving it too much because they say it's a big comedy act. I mean, and they're acting like Harley Cameron wasn't sporting around a Mercedes Monet puppet for the longest time. So, I mean, stay in your lane with that one if you're going to talk about comedy. I mean, you got a guy that walks around with his hands in his pockets and act like he's kicking people real soft and they act like it hurts and whatnot. So, I mean, comedy it has its place in wrestling, but it's only a problem when WWE does it, apparently. So, whatever. Justin said Dom and Octagon Jr. was a complete waste. Very one-sided. Yeah. From what I seen of it, I was a little busy during that match. Like I said, it was one that you can look down and you missed it. And I think it was just maybe to put another match on the card and they couldn't think of what to do. They could have did more, I think, because there were so many titles that weren't up for grabs. You could have did something with one of those titles. But I don't know. Dom won. I mean, like we all expected. I didn't think it was the best match ever. Justin, as like he said, it was a complete waste of time. And I'll go with a 2.5 out of 5. It wasn't the best match, but it was anything to make Dom look stronger and to retain his IC title. Jordan, give me your take and your star rating.
Yeah, it was. I think it was just a feeling match. Like add another match in, and yeah, like you can put your head down and pick it up, and the match was over. But no, I'll give it a 2.5 too, like you.
Yeah, it was just a filler. You know, if that's the case, just keep the 4 matches on the card. I mean, if anyone's complaining, I mean, whatever. I mean, there's no reason to put a 5th match on there, and especially if it's not going to go even 5 minutes and to basically squash somebody from AAA. Then we get to our next match, which was one that we gave a ton of criticism to for the stipulation, but Becky Lynch did defeat Lyra Valkyria by a roll-up and holding the tights to win the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And yes, she did have her arm raised like we gave a lot of shit to last week and put the title on Becky Lynch. I feel like either way this match went, I feel like that we were all going to lose no matter what. And I say this because Lyra's been having the champion for a while. I don't think there was a reason for her to retain it, but there was also a reason why Becky did not need this championship whatsoever. I thought she would put herself over sooner or later, and it didn't happen at Backlash, so I knew it was going to happen at Money in the Bank. I just knew it. But there was no winner to me because we all lose. Because it should have been someone else that won this title. It should be someone like Bayley. Where's Bayley at? She should have won that title. She had her spot taken from at WrestleMania. She should at least be rewarded with a championship shot or something like that. Maybe at Evolution, maybe we'll have a 3-way with Bayley, Becky, and Lyra for the Intercontinental Championship. I don't know. I mean, do something with it. But, I mean, for what it's worth, it was a decent match. It wasn't the best, but wasn't the worst. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Lyra snapped at the end of the match. You know, it gave a German suplex to Becky, and I sadly don't think this is over. It's a 1-1 bout right now. The rubber match is bound to happen, but I think you got to incorporate someone else into this. But I don't know if they do. The booking has been rough lately, especially for champions. So Jordan, give me your take on it. I mean, what were you thinking about it? And I mean, I don't know. What were you thinking of this match? I mean, we all knew the direction it was going. But what was your take on it? And before you do that, Justin said if it's just going to continue to get Lyra over, then I have no issue with Becky winning. I mean, I'm the same way as well. You know, Lyra had her chance. She was the champ for like over 150 days, I believe. She was the inaugural champion. I mean, I don't think Becky should have been the one to take it off of her, but I understand the stipulation. Becky can never challenge for it again as long as Lyra's the champ. But I think you could have did so many things with this, but you had to have Becky put herself over, and I hate it. I do. I hate it. She didn't need to put herself over, but also I didn't want Lyra to win either. So I was kind of caught in a corner here. But what you got, Jordan?
Yeah, it was an okay match. I don't think it's over either, and they should have put somebody else than Becky in it because I don't think she needs a mid-card title.
No, she doesn't. I mean, she doesn't need a mid-card title at all. So I'm not understanding why we're even doing this. But I mean, for what it's worth, it was a decent match. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't anything to be nuts over or anything like that. But I mean, whatever. Then we get to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Seth Rollins, Andrade, El Grande Americano, LA Knight Penta, and Solo Sikoa. Now, this one was fun. This was a really fun match. There were so many fun spots in this match. And just like the women's match, I feel like at one point everybody could have won this match. That's how I feel about it, and it was really fun. It was a really fun match. I will continue to say that. It was fun. I love a Money in the Bank match because I feel like not only is it's just for fun spots, but I feel like it's to give everyone their opportunity to kind of shine a little bit, and that's why I liked it so much. I really enjoyed it. And we had interference. We had interference from Division. We had with Braun Breaker, who nearly killed Chad Gable. I wish I had the video to load, but I didn't have enough time to do it. But man, that spear was amazing. But Jordan, I gotta ask you, it's sort of a similar spear. Which spear was better, Carlito's or Chad Gable's? Because they were similar and in a similar spot. And Braun Breaker he sort of normally kind of did it the same. So which one do you think took it worse? Was it Carlito or Chad Gable?
Okay, I'm gonna go with Chad Gable. I know they both, but I'll go Chad Gable.
I thought they both sold it very well, the spear, and I've seen multiple angles of each spear, and honestly, I could say Chad Gable's was worse. He took it, man, and I will continue to say that is probably the best spear in professional wrestling right now. It was fun. It was a good match. And also the moment that we were waiting for finally happened. We saw Jacob Fatu and JC Mateo come out to assist Solo Sikoa, and as they take everyone out, but then Braun Breaker he spears JC Mateo through the barricade. We see Solo Sikoa with nobody around except for Jacob Fatu around. And then out of nowhere, we see Jacob look up. He grabs the leg. And Solo Sikoa is so unintentionally funny. This dude is hilarious, and I love it. He is such a funny guy. But he's climbing up, and Jacob grabs his leg, and Solo looks down, asks him what he's doing, and finally gives us the words, "I hate you, Solo." Finally, it has finally happened. It seems like that's a face turn, and we've been waiting for a face turn from Jacob Fatu. This dude is a star, an absolute star, and I loved it, man. I loved everything about it. But one thing that I did not love, and Ryan just mentioned it. Let's see if I can get this all in. He said he can't wait for Seth to cash in the Cash App Money in the Bank briefcase by jumping off the Fireball ladder onto Jay in the Slim Jim table and climb the Prime Hydration turnbuckle to celebrate. The sponsors. I hated that. And the thing is, you never noticed it too much about the women's match, but you noticed it so much about the men's match because they presented the Fireball ladder from the Creeds to Chad Gable. They showed him the ladder and whatnot. But there's sponsors everywhere. The sponsors on the ring mat, the ring apron, the turnbuckle, the table itself has a sponsor on it. The turnbuckle's got the 7-Eleven logo on it. And I mean, stop doing that. What has happened to the company that I love so much? It has become such a corporate, money-hungry company that doesn't need the money that damn bad to have sponsors all over the place. I'm so tired of seeing it. And yeah, they had to go with the damn Cash App logo on the briefcase. The thing is, you can say what you want about Vince. And yes, I get it. I get the allegation against Vince. I understand it. But Vince would never let that slide. Vince McMahon would never have a logo on this, a logo on that, and whatnot. You know, he would not have that. So the company I love so much has sadly turned into this corporate nightmare to me. And this ain't me taking away from the product. It's just taken away from what I used to love about it. So, but yeah, it did result in Seth Rollins winning it, as you see in the picture on the right of your screen. And yes, he did have the help from the Vision, and you could see him celebrating with Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman. That's kind of out of the picture, but I thought it was fun. It was like 33 minutes to match. It was very fun. A lot of fun spots also in this match. Jordan, give me your take. Also, I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. I thought it was a really fun match. This would probably be, for me, the match of the night. I thought it was really good. And I know a lot of people said a lot of negative stuff about this show, but this in general, this match itself was really fun, and I enjoyed it. But what you got, Jordan?
Yeah, it was a fun match, and with Solo and Jacob Fatu and all that. That was awesome. How he said I hate you, Solo, and then the spear, and all that. But no, it was a fun match. I think I'm gonna give it a match of the night too, and I'll give it a 4.5.
And the sad part is whenever Solo was climbing up the ladder, and supposedly Jacob looked at him, and that's what got the crowd to pop. I thought something else was happening. I wasn't even looking at the ladder. I was looking more into the crowd because I thought someone was coming out. And all of a sudden, I see Jacob's arm go up and grab. That's when I caught it. I never at first glance caught him looking at Solo the first time, because that's what got the crowd to lose their minds, is when they saw Jacob look up the first time. So, yeah, I didn't catch that at all. But, yeah, that was really good. But, yeah, for sure, match of the night. And then we get to our main event, which we also gave it a lot of criticism. The match made no sense to us, but it made sense in the end. But Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul. I mean, it wasn't the worst match ever. It needed some main event because of what transpired in the end. There was a reason why this one was main event, and for two reasons. Either for Seth Rollins to cash in, or for what actually happened. And that one thing that did happen actually happened, and it was a moment where the fans won, because people to this day, even though he said it wasn't a work, they still say it is. And it's not. To me, it's not a work. I feel like that R-Truth was legit gone from the company, or had his contract expire, and was vouched for by so many people, and they brought him back. There was no reason for R-Truth to even be gone from the first place. For one, we gave our comments on that last week. We said what we needed to say, and it was such a displeasure to the company for letting go of someone like R-Truth. But in the end, John Cena, he hit Cody Rhodes again with that title, like he did at WrestleMania, to win the title. But out of nowhere, someone in a black hoodie came out and just started wailing on Cena. Beating the shit out of him. And for one, I couldn't tell who it was. I never once saw the hoodie come up to see that it was somebody who could be R-Truth. And the moment he took like the hood off, he took the like the little covering off, and saw his R-Truth, man, the pop, the pop in the audience. Me and Ryan in my living room was losing our shit. And to my knowledge now, my wife was sleeping and we woke her up, unfortunately, but it was all worth it because she saw the video and she liked it as well. For someone who doesn't like wrestling, she loved it to see him back as well. But supposedly he's going to be going by his real name, which is Ron Killings now. Basically, the R-Truth character is no more, and it would be nice to see some sort of comedy out of it. People love the comedic act of R-Truth, so if you're going to play a serious character, at least give us some comedy as well with it, because that's fun. So hopefully we see him tonight as well on Raw. But for a main event, I can see why they did it. There were some good spots in it. That backflip from Logan Paul to Jey Uso on the announcers table was really good. And people shit on Logan Paul so much. And I understand. I understand you don't like him as a person. And the thing is, you don't have to like him as a person. But you got to respect it. The thing is, you got to respect the character. You got to respect the wrestler out of this man. And this man puts the work in. You know, it comes to a point where he's not just a YouTuber. This guy is a legit professional wrestler that can go in the ring, and it's so fun to watch. So yes, I understand you don't like him, you know, but the thing is that you don't have to like him, but you got to respect it, and that's what I do with Logan Paul. I'm not too fond of him as a person, but as a wrestler, man, he's great. He is really good. So, and as for the match to close out, I give it a 3.5. But if you factor in the ending, 5 easily. The return of R-Truth was easily one of the greatest moments of the night, and yeah, it was a fun way to end the show. What you got, Jordan?
Yeah, it was an all right match. When R-Truth came out, yeah, I lost my, yeah, you know, we lost our shit too. But yeah, that was the ending was awesome. Logan Paul with the flip, that was amazing. So yeah, with R-Truth coming back, I'll give it a 5.
Easily, it's easily a 5 with him coming back,
and hopefully
for
we
sure.
see him tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you would think we see some sort of fallout from Money in the Bank. I mean, I know we're getting Cena tonight. We're getting obviously Seth Rollins, but it was nice to get R-Truth also tonight. But to close out Money in the Bank as a whole, 1 to 5, what would you give the entire show if you want to pack it all together?
I'll give it a 4.
I'll go with. I'm between a 3.5 and a 4. I'll go 3.5. It wasn't the best show ever, but there were good spots in the match. And to go to our next topic, there was something announced during Money in the Bank, and that is that WrestleMania is going back to Las Vegas for a second straight year. Now, I gave my take on this a couple of weeks ago whenever the first announcement happened that WrestleMania was no longer going to New Orleans, and the official announcement was made on Saturday that they are, in fact, going back to Las Vegas. I'll let you go first, Jordan, on this one, since I've been talking your head off, you know, going first for everything. I'll let you go first. You know, what is your take on this? You know, are you still pissed off about the whole New Orleans situation, not getting a legit reason as to why they took it away after doing this big announcement in New Orleans? You know, what was your entire take on it? And is there any excitement of them going back to Las Vegas?
Yeah, I'm still pissed about it. And yeah, like you said, like the last WrestleMania, like this past WrestleMania, like the fans wasn't like that great. Like no pop, no, they was just sitting there. So, but I'm just still pissed about it, and hopefully this year is the fans are better, but we have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the same boat as you. I mean, the excitement level is not high at all right now. And I love WrestleMania. It's my favorite PLE of the year, easily. But whenever you make a big spectacle of bring the Rock out, the block is hot in New Orleans to a song by Lil Wayne, and you make a big old spectacle that, oh, New Orleans, you're getting WrestleMania and everything, and then he let the people start getting excited. You start letting them buy plane tickets. You start booking hotels and all that, and then you take it away from them. Yeah, it's kind of a shitty thing to do, and it's even shittier when you don't give a exact reason. It's just say, oh, well, New Orleans, you're getting Money in the Bank August of next year. That's it. And oh, there will be a WrestleMania coming to y'all, a date coming in the coming years. Okay, but you announced it to come to us next year. Why isn't that happening now? Like, there should be an explanation as to this. So that's sort of my beef I have with Triple H right now. That's sort of my beef I have with the entire WWE, because they're not being transparent with us. I know I'm kind of piggybacking off of what I said a couple weeks ago when the announcement first came out, but yeah, I think it's still bullshit, that they still haven't gave us a legit reason as to why they took the show away from us from the first place, or why they jumped the gun to make the announcement that they were coming to New Orleans if you knew damn well that you weren't going to come regardless. So I would love just some sort of explanation to come out as to why they're not coming to New Orleans now, and then they're basically just giving us Money in the Bank as a consolation prize, and say, oh, we're coming to y'all whatever year. And I think this is a shitty thing to do, especially to the city. The city did so well for the Super Bowl this past season. It brought in a ton of money to the city. A lot of the analysts, a lot of the people who attended New Orleans for the first time for the Super Bowl, they spoke so highly of it. So you would think, oh yeah, they deserve WrestleMania. They had WrestleMania twice and was talked so highly of it. So it's not like this was our first time getting WrestleMania, and all of a sudden you don't know what to do with it. This is our third time that we would have got it. But I mean, and the people complain, oh, they always go to New Orleans. They always go there. Vegas is getting it for a second year in a row, and I haven't heard a peep from anybody. So I don't understand the beef with New Orleans whatsoever, but I think it's a great place for tourists. I think that it brings in a ton of money to the city. And yeah, I think that they're making a terrible move by not bringing it to New Orleans. But yeah, like I said, it is going to come back at some point in the coming years. I just think it's a pretty shitty move to take it away after you first announced it. So I don't have an excitement level right now. I mean, I will at some point whenever we start getting a little closer, matches start being made next year and whatnot. I just hope the crowd comes out better than they did this year, because the crowd was awful. There was some pops here and there, but man, it did not feel like WrestleMania to me. But I've learned this. TKO. Okay, I apologize for that. I don't know what just happened. My internet never kicked out. So I don't know what just happened, but yeah, I do apologize for that, people. I did have a minor technical error. So, but getting back to that, yeah, to finish off the topic, to get back into something else to talk about, it's a shitty thing, you know. Um, if you do listen to the audio, people, I will cut all that out and I will piece it all together, so you won't have to hear that message just happened. But let's get into our next topic, something sort of more positive, and that is we had a huge debut on NXT this past Tuesday, and that is the Glamour Mariah May or to be determined what her name will be. We have not learned that yet. Certainly, I would imagine we find it out tomorrow. Sort of like a Ricky Saints type situation. They debuted him without giving us his actual name, and she's gonna sign him with the company, have like a contract signing or something like that, and then they're gonna reveal her name. I really hope it's something that's not stupid. Um, I thought Ricky Saints was a very good name, so I'm very happy they went that route. But Mariah May is her real name as well. But it's Mariah May something. May's her middle name. Ricky Starks is his actual name. So I just think they don't want their actual real name, I guess, getting trademarked. But I mean, there's so many directions they can go with her name. They can go Mariah May, but instead of a Y, it's a E. I mean, Cheyenne's middle name is May Sage, and the May is with an E at the end. So I mean, you can go so many routes with this. So I mean, but the debut was fantastic. She did a Ricky Starks, and she came to NXT like right after her contract expired. She wasted no time whatsoever. Shawn Michaels, he jumped on this the moment he could. Whenever it was time for him to do it, he did it. And he brought in the hottest free agent in professional wrestling right now, and it's Mariah May. So, Jordan, you were actually watching it live. I, however, was not. I am not the most casual viewer, I admit, of NXT, but you sent me a message the moment it happened. I saw what I could of it live, but I went back and watched the actual debut, and man, what a way to debut her. They debuted her and Ricky Starks kind of in a similar way. It's like they had such a similar debut. You're not knowing the name. You're basically hearing the nickname. Like for him, it was Absolute, or whatever. But they never say Ricky Starks. And for her, it's the Glamour, but they're not saying Mariah May. So I don't know. There's so much to take in with this, but man, I think sky's the limit for her. We talked about her last week. If you're going to debut her, it's got to be in NXT. A lot of names came up. More names are coming up. So Mariah May is going to fit NXT so well. So Jordan, you were actually watching it live. What was your take on the presentation of her debut? And do you think that soon enough they're going to easily put her in that title picture like I think she deserves to be in?
Yeah, I was watching it and the lights went out. Yeah, the lights went out, and then the light shined on her where Ricky Saint showed up.
Mm-hmm.
And it was awesome to see her, and I think they're gonna probably put her in the title picture like she needs to be. And I don't know the name yet, but if it's Mariah May, then that's a good.
Yeah, or you can do what Justin has said. He said easiest way you could change your name but still be close to the original is just remove the H in Mariah and call her either Maria May or something like that, or still pronounce it Mariah May and just have the H out of the name. I mean, there's so many ways you can go with this. I feel like it was a little more difficult with Ricky Starks, but I feel like Mariah May, you have so many things you can do to help this name out if you don't want to keep it what it is. So, but I think they'll do something good with it. I don't think they're going to go with an off the wall name or anything like that. Someone like her, man, you can't fuck this up. She is such a great talent. What a score for NXT and WWE as a whole. But I mean, credit to her. I mean, she tried out for WWE years ago, which didn't make it. She went to Japan, went to Stardom, worked with them. She got signed by AEW on a pretty short contract. But man, does she make her time there valuable? She worked with one of the best over there right now, Toni Storm. She was put under her wing for quite a while. She had a tremendous heel turn against Toni Storm. She worked with other people, but man, the story with Toni Storm was absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, credit to her for actually making a name for herself whenever she didn't make it the first time. And then now she didn't have to do a tryout this time. She got signed as a big free agent to a major company. So I got to credit her for really doing something cool to come over to NXT. And I mean, I don't see her being NXT long. I mean, this is a Stephanie Valkyrie situation that you bring her in, you let her showcase a little bit on NXT, and she's going straight to the bigs fast. So, anything else you want to offer, Jordan, before we move on to our final topic?
Yeah, like you said, I don't see her in NXT for long till she goes to the main roster.
Yeah, and also I want to go back to Money to Bank real quick. You ain't got to switch it to nothing. But hey, what's going on, Devin? Man, thanks for tuning in to the show. Go check him out tonight for his Monday Night Raw watch along. I want to go back to Money to Bank. Like I said, you don't have to switch to the thing, to the overlay. I just want to get a question because I asked you for the women's, I didn't ask you for the men's. What's your timeline? Seth Rollins cashing in.
Oh man,
What's
maybe sometime
happening?
this year. This year, I think.
Tonight.
Yeah.
I think he's cashing in tonight. I don't think Seth holds that briefcase past tonight. There's no reason for him to hold it. It's Gunther and Jey Uso tonight in the main event of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, that makes
sense. Why not cash in tonight? This is the best chance to put the title on Rollins. As much as I love Jey Uso, as much as I love the character, I think him as world champion has been a flop. And it's not his fault either. It's the booking. I think everyone has had terrible booking as a champion. I mean, no champion has really had the greatest booking of all time. So it's really not Jey Uso's fault. He has such an amazing character. He is super, super over with the crowd. It's just I myself do not see him as world championship material. When he got his moment at WrestleMania, he choked out Gunther, got him to tap out to his own move. He's fighting Gunther again tonight. I think this could be a certain like a similar situation where he kind of like rolls up Gunther, gets that cheap victory, and Gunther just beats the shit out of him. And right after that, you hear "Burn It Down," and that's when Seth comes out and cashes in. I don't see Seth holding that briefcase past tonight on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I can see that now. Yeah,
I think that's the main reason why you had him win. And I said that the reason why Cena and them was the main event on Saturday for two reasons was either what happened, R-Truth, or for a Seth cash-in. I thought at least one of them was going to happen. Devin said that he can see it tonight if Seth wants to solidify his heel character to get that heel reaction from cashing in on Jey. I mean, really, the way the IWC feels about Jey Uso, do you see it really being a heel move to cash in on Jey Uso? The IWC is not huge on Jey, and they were not big on him ever since he won the Rumble. So even though he's a heel character, I still feel like it's going to be a major pop if Seth cashes in and wins. So that's going to be an interesting storyline going into tonight. I'll be watching the game tonight, but I will be also keeping my eye on Monday Night Raw on a separate screen to see the fallout for Money in the Bank and whatnot. But Jordan, speaking of Monday Night Raw, they did make an announcement that we are getting the King and Queen of the Ring. That will be the finals will be at was it Night of Champions in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Once again, getting their blood money and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, they had some matches that were announced for the qualifying. Let me bring it back up. I did have it, but of course I lost it. All right, let's see. For the men's, the qualifying, they have a fatal four-way with Penta, Braun Breaker, Sami Zayn, and Dominic Mysterio. And for the women's, they have Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Kairi Sane, and Roxanne Perez. Jordan, we are going to be doing some early King and Queen of the Ring predictions. You can take somebody from those fatal four ways. You can come up with your own person. And also, just like last year, the winner of each tournament does get a title shot, a world title shot of their respective brands at SummerSlam. So Gunther and Nia Jax won it last year that's when Gunther became world champion, and I believe Nia became champion as well. Yeah, from each thing. So each one won. Who's your early King and Queen of the Ring prediction? Like I said, you can pick somebody from these matches, or you can just go someone. off the wall. I mean, you can go with anybody.
Who's the men's match again tonight?
The men's is Dominic Mysterio, Penta, Sami Zayn, and Braun Breaker.
I'm gonna go Braun Breaker.
To win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And like I said, the women, you don't have to go with who's in the match because this is a qualifying match to see who actually gets into the tournament. I would assume soon enough they announce the tournament to actually, see who's in it. I mean, I don't know if everyone has to qualify, if some people's going to get handed a spot or what. I mean, I really don't know. But those are some qualifiers tonight. So the women's, who you got winning it?
I can see.
So apparently these aren't qualifiers. This is the tournament itself, apparently, because they didn't say qualifying anywhere on this tweet. So either we got it wrong or they got it wrong. I don't know. But so apparently this is a tournament. I don't know. I for one thought tournaments were 1-on-1. Now it's fatal 4-way. This company continues to amaze me. All right. So yeah, you picked Braun Breaker to win the men's. Who's winning the women's?
I can see. I'm gonna say Alexa Bliss.
Okay. The men's, I am gonna also go with Braun Breaker. I think he is a perfect candidate to win it, but also that means if Seth cashes in and Braun wins the King of the Ring, Braun gets a title shot. So I don't know if you go that route with Braun, but if you want him as a world champion, do you keep this faction going that long into SummerSlam? I don't know. But for the women's, something about me feels like if she didn't win Money in the Bank, Roxanne Perez has got to win this. She didn't win it when I thought she should have, but like I said, Naomi was the perfect winner since they went that route. But since Naomi has the briefcase, and now they're doing the Queen of the Ring, then for the Queen, you got to go Roxanne. So Braun Breaker wins the men's, and Roxanne wins the Queens. I think that's perfect to me. But Alexa Bliss is a really good pick, and I think we were doing something with the Braun Breaker pick for sure. I don't know any other matches they're going to have yet. They haven't announced nothing other than these two matches on it. What's going on, Ivan? I did some early plugging for Circle of Debate for y'all 1,000 subscribers. So it's early in the show, but once again, congrats on the 1,000 subscribers, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, congrats.
And we will be tuning in tonight as well to the watch along on COD. But yeah, that's all I got on everything else. We haven't done one of these in a while, but a Monday Night Raw preview for tonight. I didn't have enough space to do another topic on the thing, as you could tell, but we're not going to do these often. But 23 minutes ago, breaking news. It says Ron Killing speaks for the first time following his shocking return at Money in the Bank tonight on Monday Night Raw. We wanted it. The crowd wanted it. The entire wrestling world wanted it. So we're getting it tonight. He is back on Monday Night Raw, and I cannot wait to see what this man has to say. And I felt like we're going to get a whole new, different person from Ron Killings. So I'm really looking forward to that. We are also getting the return of Nikki Bella. For what reason? I don't know. It could be some early Evolution 2 booking for her. I know for an all women's PLE, you got to go big. You got to start calling these people up. Someone like Trish, like Lita. I don't know if they get Brie into this. Because for one, I mean, Nikki's been more of the like, oh, she's back, but Brie's not. So do they bring the entire Bellas, or is it just Nikki that's in this? They got to start. I mean, they got to start pulling their strings and getting the people who they want. Ivan says, I have a topic for you. He said, we see AJ Styles carrying Cross in the LA Knight contract is coming up. Does TKO make them move to resign him, or do they let them walk? That is a good question, Ivan. Appreciate you for asking that. So I think all three of them do resign. I know Will Ospreay is hoping that AJ Styles does not resign. He's been very vocal for AJ Styles to quote unquote quit his job to go and have a match with him in AEW. But I mean, I think AJ Styles is one to finish his career in the WWE. Karrion Kross, I mean, if they let this man go, he's going to shine somewhere else. And I know people always say, oh, he gets the pop until the bell rings. And then, he's not great in the ring. But I mean, Karrion Kross deserves something big, man. Character work is fantastic. He gets the crowd pop. It's just he's not getting the TV time he deserves. And LA Knight, yeah, of course. I think he's for sure staying. A lot of people complaining that he didn't once again win Money in the Bank in his third attempt when he should, in my opinion, should have won it in his first attempt when Damian Priest had ended up winning it. But yeah, I think all three of them stay. Jordan, you want to add on to this? I mean, AJ, Karrion, LA Knight, you think they all stay? You think one of them does TKO let some of them walk? I mean, I think that would be a big surprise to me for any of them to walk.
Yeah, I see all three of them resigning, like Karrion Kross, AJ Styles, and LA Knight. Yeah, so I can see them resigning.
Absolutely. Yeah, I for one, like I said, I see them all resigning. I know the biggest person to advocate for TKO to let AJ walk is, like I said, Will Ospreay. Would I love to see a Will Ospreay AJ Styles match? Of course I would. But AJ is not going to AEW. I think he would be a fool to go to AEW. And I'm not just saying that because I don't like AEW as much as I like WWE, even though WWE is pissing me off like hell right now, with taking Mania away from us, with pretty much turning corporate on us with the sponsors and whatnot. I just don't think AJ leaves. And I think he's the biggest name that I see in there who has the biggest chance to leave. I think Karrion Kross does stay in LA Knight. I think it would be crazy to let him walk. I think it'd be crazy to let any of them walk. But I mean, I wouldn't put it past TKO to make a stupid decision and let some of your good talent leave. But whatever. And then in the Monday Night Raw preview, like I said, we have Nikki Bella coming back, who could be doing some plugging for Evolution 2, maybe starting some early booking and whatnot. John Cena is going to be on Raw tonight as well. I am hearing some stuff, and I am praying that this is what is actually going to happen. A lot of people have been pushing for John Cena and CM Punk at SummerSlam. I would love to see when Cena's in the ring, maybe kicking off Raw tonight, that he gets interrupted by CM Punk. Now, is that what's actually going to happen? I don't know. I really don't know. It's not about what we want. I've learned this. But I could see something like that happening. And we'll predict the main event real quick before we get out of here. Jey Uso, Gunther. Is Gunther winning it back? Is Jey going to retain? And does the big cash-in happen right after?
Yeah, I can see Jey retaining. And then, like you said, I can see him cashing in. Yeah.
I think it makes the most sense because if Jey wins and Seth does not cash in tonight, or if Gunther wins outright, what was the purpose of putting the briefcase on him? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
0 cents. Ivan says that he agrees that Seth may cash in tonight. It is so obvious, and it is. It's very obvious. And even though it's so obvious, it's still going to draw a huge pop. That's the thing. That it doesn't matter who has the briefcase. It's always going to draw a big pop. When fucking Otis won it in the pandemic, if he would have kept the briefcase instead of Miz winning it, even though they were in Thunderdome era, let's say there was a crowd and Otis ended up winning it, and he would have cashed in on someone the next night, even Otis would have got a big pop. Money in the Bank gets a big pop regardless. So it doesn't matter who, like the holder is. I mean, they're gonna get a big pop regardless. And Ivan says unless they have Roman to interfere and present the cash in, That's one thing I'm worried about, is that Roman is going to prevent the cash in, and maybe have Seth hold the briefcase a little longer. That's one thing that I can potentially see happening, but I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, it could go either way. It can go Seth and cashing in right away, winning it from Jay. Because I mean, let's be honest here. This is pretty much the two weakest champions we've had in a while. John Cena, his heel work has been absolute dog shit. He needs to turn face before his run is over with. And I mean, he's not going to lose the title at any point, so we all know that's going to happen. But I mean, Jay hasn't been the strongest champion yet either, and that sucks to say that because I like Jay so much, and it sucks to see the booking he's getting, the shit he's getting on the internet. So it's like, I want him to be a good champion. I want to view him as a good champion. It's just certain things are not letting me view that, and yeah, but the main event can go one way tonight. I think Jay, regardless, does retain over Gunther, but it makes me wonder what happens to Gunther after. If you have him lose to Jey Uso, what does he do next? I don't know. I really don't know what you have for Gunther after that. But yeah, I mean, Jordan, you got anything else to offer on any of these topics or anything on Monday Night Raw tonight?
No, just ready to watch Raw and a hockey game.
Same here, going to be a good one. Yeah, and also Raw is going to be great as well. I'm looking forward to it. I will have some separate screens up, watching multiple things. I had separate screens up last night with LSU and the stupid fucking Seattle Sounders. That was a horrible game. But yeah, that's how it goes, I guess. And I've been commenting something that nobody wants. He said, unless they have Bill Goldberg show up for Gunther. That's been the talk as well for Gunther. Please don't have that happen. I don't want that to happen. But no, that will do it for this episode of the World Elite Podcast. We want to thank everyone who tuned in. I do apologize for the technical error that happened during the show. I don't know what happened. I know we are getting some weather over here right now. I started hearing some rain hitting the house, so maybe the weather was a factor, and maybe it'll teach me to not do streams during bad weather. But yeah, like I said, that will do it. And yes, appreciate it, Ivan. I will be, like I said, I will be tuning in to your watch along as well on COD with Dom and Justin and anyone else who joins. I will be tuning in for sure to watch it. But once again, I want to appreciate everyone for tuning in and staying with us the entire time, even through the mishap I had with my connection during the show as well. Jordan, where can we find you out on social media?
You can find me on Twitter at Jordan_J2000.
Yeah, I've been saying it for you the last couple of weeks, so you kind of have to remember it for yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can find me at Dylan Aber _. You can find the podcast at World Elite Pod. We're on Instagram at World Elite Pod as well, Facebook at World Elite Podcast. The audio versions of this podcast, including the one you're listening to right now, can be found on all major audio platforms such as Apple, Spotify, our main distributor, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts. Anywhere you listen to a podcast, go search us, and we are there. We do have merch that I have been neglecting on getting to. Jordan, I will get to that hat idea pretty soon. Maybe during the show, maybe during Raw, maybe I'll log into our account and I'll go check it out, or something like that. But yes, some new merch is coming to our merch website. That is in the description of this video, and also in the description of this video is all sponsorships and affiliates. Go show your support to all of them, all the discount codes, all the links you got to click to support the channel, support the show, and of course support the ones that are providing it for us as well. So go and do that. And once again, if you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe to this channel, like the video as well. If you're watching on Facebook, also go follow the Facebook page. If you're watching on Twitter, you can follow our social media and hop over to YouTube and do all the subscribing, liking that you want to do as well. Right now, we are on the road to, I believe, 700. We're at 635 right now, so we do have a little bit of ways to go. But Jordan and I have been busting our ass for content and putting out great stuff. So go and check it out on the channel. We have so much to offer, and we have so much more to offer coming, because in the last day of the month is our mid-year awards. Yes, mid-year awards are back already. We have a lot to talk about for mid-year awards from male superstar, female superstar, PLE, pay-per-view of the year, tag team, champion return, everything. We have so much to talk about as far as those mid-year awards go. So yes, I completely forgot that they were coming already. We are in June already, almost into July. So man, the year is fucking blowing by, man. I got so much to do, but I'm doing, even though we're almost halfway through the year, we still got so many shows to talk about. We still got so many live streams to come every Monday. And yes, mid-year awards are on their way back at the last day of the year. So be sure to tune into that. But that will do it. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We will be back next Monday, same time, same place, next Monday at 5 p.m. Central. And I believe that's it. So from myself and Jordan, we hope everyone has a great day. Enjoy Monday Night Raw, NXT, AEW, SmackDown, TNA, Collision, everything as far as professional wrestling goes. And y'all have a great week, and we will see you all next Monday.